There seems to be quite many twists and turns, and this has become the order of the day between US and India. While Donald Trump has now admitted that these tariffs are affecting the India-US relations, his own cabinet is now pushing other nations to raise tariffs on India. In an interview, US President Donald Trump conceded that the steep tariff has now soured ties with New Delhi, saying it was not an easy thing to do for him. Meanwhile, US Treasury Secretary is urging the G7 leaders to hike tariffs on countries that continue to purchase oil from Russia, including India and China. In fact, the G7 finance ministers have discussed tightening of pressure on Moscow to force him to end the war with Ukraine. In another twist, the former National Security Advisor, John Bolton, has said India-US ties have been strained by Donald Trump's erratic behavior, stressing that he's singling out India with high tariffs while he's sparing Russia and China despite their sanction violations.
What is clamping down on Vladimir Putin?
Well, it'll be hitting very hard with sanctions to banks and having to do with oil and tariffs also. But I've already done it. I've done a lot. Look, India was their biggest customer. I put a 50% tariff on India because they're buying oil from Russia. That's not an easy thing to do. That's a big deal.
Trump doesn't have an overall national security strategy. He's very transactional. He is ad hoc, episodic. He sees things through personal relations. And I think much of the tension between India and the U.S. has been because of Trump's very erratic style. So, for example, although there are a number of concerns on the Indian side, the most recent, the biggest, is the 25% tariff for Indian companies' purchases of Russian oil and gas over the past several years. This is not part of the normal trade conversation. And it's part of Trump's approach to Russia's unprovoked aggression in Ukraine. But precisely that connection shows how erratic Trump can be, because he has not sanctioned or tariffed Russia for violating the sanctions, nor has he sanctioned or tariffed China for violating the sanctions. And China is a much bigger purchaser than India is. And there are many other purchasers, Turkey, Pakistan, and others.